slip cordon slightly here. And King negotiates the first one to Maiden. None for none.
A hero knows when they enter the field, it's time to play. Step up to the wicket with Ferrera Optical and knock an amazing 25% off any Brian Lara frame or sunglasses. Plus, deliver a sensational 15% off transitions and Varilux lenses. Book your appointment today to live like a legend with Ferrera Optical. Offer ends September 10th. Conditions apply.
Mitch Santner is going to partner Holder. He's done a good job since he's been given the new ball. Early in the tournament, he had a bit of a mixed role. He didn't come into the innings in the power play as often as what you would have thought. He's taken 5 wickets at a good economy rate. He's an experienced bowler, international bowler, of course, for New Zealand. And he enjoys the new ball because he does get that drift and that arm ball into the right-hander and can cause some real issues early on.
There's that arm ball. You see a few of these, as we did from Green as well. Rolling almost with the seam up, with the finger rolling across the top. Yeah. It's his out swing. In for a right-hander. Some time. 1-2. Sinclair with a hustle. Well run by the youngster to help out King. Loving everything about being involved. And the bounce that's out there with this new ball.
Naveen be very pleased with his performance. 4 wickets to his name, and he's still very young. Beautifully played, just a little bit short. And King is getting deep in his crease and crunching that in front of square.
Just fractionally too short. New seed, good surface, easy peasy. It's the one you've got to be mindful of, that little one that just shapes back in and goes on that much quicker.
It's quite quick through the air. It's nearly 100 kilometres an hour, so normal spinner's pace is in the high 80s. So Santner really pushing that arm ball through, looking for that front pad or the stumps.
They come upstairs. Just want Gregory Brathwaite to check this with the back leg lift.
Want to have a look at that front foot first, and that's all okay. Has slid out. Can he get it back? just back. Just back, but it's certainly worth having a look upstairs.
Yeah, understandably from Nigel Duguid. Just wants to look at stunt cam. Go. I think that's safe and sound. See? There you go. Thank you, Mr. Brathwaite. 7 without loss.
My one and only, tastes so good to me. Yes, we love cheesies. Cheesies, cheesies, give me please. Nobody does it like these. Cheesies, cheesies, give me some. Cheesies taste is number one. Only Sunshine's got it. Got the cheese you love. With a taste that's so real. We love cheesies. Sunshine Snacks Cheesies. It's that good.
So Holder's going to continue here. Got a fine gully. Nurse has gone to a wide slip, so he gets that lovely length that he is so renowned for. Jason Holder, that is, and then just get a little bit of shape. More like just a fraction fuller.
It's interesting, Jason Holder has sort of split the slips up. He's got a single slip in there, and he's moved the second slip into like a floating slip. It's nearly like a very fine gully or a fifth slip. Danny, as a former fast bowler, I know it was many years ago, but what did you prefer in this situation?
Yeah, I'd like the two together. I preferred it what he started with. Good zip, good carry. Yeah, I think when you're generally trying to bowl deliveries where you're going to get players out, opening batters, and that length, that searching length that he's so renowned for, Jason Holder, got a better chance of percentages of going there with either a little false push or a drive at the ball. And I like them together.
And the other thing to consider is that historically, when the ball bounces like this and there is a little bit of movement away, with that extra bounce, you generally get finer necks than the thick edges. So it doesn't really stack up why you'd have that wide slip in this situation, particularly with the players that are playing away from their body as well. They're not really covering that off stump and getting behind the line of it. They're just fending and fishing at the ball outside the off stump.
Nice and safe. Thick edge will bring a single. Righty, over to the old big fan of the match, Janelle Weeks. Oh, Bayesian fan to the max. We've got a mermaid for the Tridents. Oh, quality. 500 US. Janelle, you better believe it. Heck of an outfit. Can you send those videos in? So we've had 3 overs. It's 8 without loss.
Now auditioning for Jameson's new multivitamin, J.
Wait, does that say 100%?
Sure does.
Whoa, that really is simple. With new Jameson 100% complete multivitamin, the choice is obvious. See for yourself. It offers 100% of the daily recommended vitamin intake. Now choosing a multivitamin is unbelievably easy. Tree joke. Jameson, naturally.
more of Mitch Santner, yeah, and for fans around the Caribbean, send those videos in to CPL social media using the hashtag CPL fan. Get your outfits on, get into the vibe of it. Certainly Janelle Weeks did. The Carnival. Nothing outrageous required. Because of the small total inside the power play, nothing too risky. Nice and sensible, the Warriors. It's a peach. There's a little bit more flight. There's a little bit off the straight from Santon.
Yeah, they've got no major concern, but what they need to be mindful of is not to dig themselves into a hole where they suddenly lose the momentum of scoring. So they may want to start in a conservative fashion, but still need to be proactive, looking for those singles just to keep the score ticking over.
And safe with the slice. Thought about two, thought better of it.
Required rate is only a 5, but if they continue in this fashion, they'll find themselves in a situation where it suddenly creeps up to 6, 6.5, if not 7, and suddenly what was a simple chase suddenly can be challenging if you lose wickets.
Youthful Rashid Khan almost carrying out there for the Afghan.
Leading edge. King looking to work the ball leg side against the turning ball, just getting that leading edge.
Long off, the man out of the circle on the offside, protecting that smaller boundary. He's battling out there as King. We've had 4, and the Warriors are only 9 without loss.
The way we move, the way we sound, feel the rhythm. The way we fed, soaking wet, it's the way we play. The way we groove, the way we dance, every night and day. Every night and day. Carib, there's the Caribbean. Carib, let's unleash the fun.
Carib, it's the way we play.
4 overs gone. We were tweaking in the bowling ranks. Something else happening. Food that comes in have a certain quality individual next to me. You know, in Perth, you get good shrimp, good prawns. You're going to be risking that. I tell you, I had it. It wasn't bad. Rainforest Match Centre and the shrimps on the barbie. What do you reckon? I'm going to. Marvellous. In between nibbles, here's Rashid Khan. Starts with a little Google. It's back over to you, Brandon King.
Whether there was glove, bat, pad or nothing, it's going to be 4 to the total. 4 wides. So it's missed everything. A little bit of confusion behind the stumps to whether that was, but the umpires declared it as 4 wides. Yeah, it looks like that's taken the thigh pad on the way through. So bonus for the Warriors. An extra ball, extra run.
Much to the disgust of Shea Hope behind the sticks. Ah, dear Brandon. Another season, different results. Geez, he lit it up here last year in Hero CPL 7. Cloth this one and take a single out the Santner. 130 odd, 132 or something. At Providence, caned it.
And he couldn't help but find the middle of the bat. So different now. He really is struggling for that confidence. Hold him all the way through. Sinclair looking to use his feet. And that's an interesting El Dorado celebration from Rashid Khan, but he'll take it.
Yeah, it's just lacking a little coordination there, Ash. I think he was actually being a bit cheeky to Sinclair. Lovely flight and deception. Oh, he is a handful. The best of times, Rashid Khan, yeah. that's his version of the somersault. Unlucky, Rash. A little bit of work to do on it. Sinclair goes for 3. Warriors 16 for 1.
We've all had our share of bad luck, be it unlucky in love or backing the most unlucky team ever. Whatever your run of bad luck is, the KFC Lucky 7 bucket makes it all better. 7 pieces of chicken and 7 sides for only $99. Order yours today at kfc.tt.
Last 5 innings, this fellow here, Shimon Hetmeyer, has only scored 37. Yeah. And 134 in his first 2, so he kick-started the 8th edition in style. Half century in the first dig. Now, he'd dearly love a score just to finish things for the Warriors. The old French cut. Is he going to get 4? Yes, he is. That'll hit the boundary rope. Wow.
Very, very close. Inside edge, just shaving the stumps. Could have been 2 in 2 very easily. Good decision to get Rashid Khan into the attack early.
Gone nuts out there. Rashid Khan. I was thinking looking for the wide. Not given. Nothing. 5 done. 20 for 1.
We may be apart, but we in this together. Even though we're at home, we're with family and friends, and we show our support for our players with courage, passion, and love. Yes, we in this together. Republic Bank, we're the one for you. Follow us on Facebook and Instagram to win great prizes.
Certainly a happier dugout. 2. Those in red and green. Get 1, you get 2, maybe 3.
overs gone. And Sinclair, the only one dismissed so far. Jason Holder from the media center end.
Two fours so far in the innings. Barbados Tridents achieved the same and added 4 hero maximums when they scored 92. Shimron Hetmeyer, a natural boundary hitter, you would say. Haven't seen him perform really well in the first couple matches of Hero CPL 2020. And generally, he likes to strike the ball. He likes to feel ball on bat, and he will try to capitalize on anything loose. Goes for it straight away. Instinctive type player, Hetmeyer. Skycam continues to bring some really wonderful images for us. For all of you looking on, just adds to the flavor of this telecast. 71 required from 88 now.
And they'll need this. They'll need to keep rotating the strike. Brandon King 9 of 19. Nothing to be concerned or alarmed about. As long as they have wickets in hand. But this man, Shimron Hetmeyer, as long as he's at the crease, he's going to be looking for runs. Started off well in this tournament, 2 half centuries, but has fallen away since then.
Just short of Santner. He was struck firmly, but he found the fielder, Hetmeyer.
This is what I was saying. He's going to play his shots. He's not going to just hang around there, Shimron Hetmeyer. He likes to score. He likes to score boundaries. And it's an opportunity for him and for Brandon King as we get towards the business end of this tournament to find some form, to find that confidence.
Jason Holder will be mindful that the men in the Warriors team who are responsible for the bulk of the scoring of runs, Hetmeyer, Nicholas Pooran still to come, and Ross Taylor. So the Tridents will be thinking about penetrating this Warriors batting lineup and getting these 3 out if they are to have any chance of winning this contest. Pooran is coming off a century in the last game.
Yeah, they can ill afford these, especially with such a low score on the board. Don't want to give any extra. So far 7, 6 wides. Not what you would have expected. Really and truly, they have to do some introspection on this Barbados Tridents team as to the way they have gone about their last 3 matches.
Beautifully played. Brandon King recognizing the length that Jason Holder is bowling, gets inside of the line and uses the pace. End of the Guardian Live power play, 31 for 1.
To help fight the spread of germs, learn WHO's hand-washing habits. Yes, the World Health Organization says washing hands with soap is an effective way to prevent the spread of germs. Together, let's help fight the spread of germs in Trinidad and Tobago.
Rapid 3 Weight Loss. You can now download the app to place your orders or call and WhatsApp 224-1648. Rapid 3 Weight Loss, the fastest weight loss product in the world.
Warriors still utilizing the restrictions. 31 for 1. When you compare that with what the Tridents achieved, they were 14 for 4. You'd expect that Jason Holder will want to use all his bowlers to try and get 9 wickets if he can to win this contest. Herculean task, so to speak. If the Tridents are to go on to get these 9 wickets. Aaron Sami had the belief in an earlier fixture when the Zooks defended 92 against the Tridents. Samuel, where will that inspiration come from?
Can history repeat itself here? This time at the Brian Lara Cricket Academy. That match you just mentioned, Darren, happened at the Queen's Park Oval on a slow pitch. Assisted the spin bowlers. They need some magic. They need a miracle. Can Hayden Walsh Jr. provide that? They've got some good resources. They've got Mitch Santner, Rashid Khan, Hayden Walsh Jr. But you just think that it's too much. It's really asking too much of these guys to defend 92. It's really insurmountable. But stranger things have happened. And we saw the young Kevin Sinclair in his second match and his celebrations. Look at Rashid Khan on the left. His imitation of it. Nowhere close.
Well, I understand it's a round-off back tuck. That's the gymnastic term for what Sinclair did. I don't know how to describe Rashid Khan's celebration, quite frankly.
Yes, I guess we'll have to coin a term for the Rashid Khan version of it. 35 for 1.
Bowled in. We spoke about getting wickets. The Tridents were like this. The prize wicket of Nick Shimron Hetmeyer goes.
Excellent stuff there from Hayden Walsh Jr. We call for some magic. We call for a miracle. Is this the start? On target, on the stumps. Excellent delivery. Playing across the line of that one. Shimron Hetmeyer misses it completely. And that noise that no batsman likes to hear. A really disappointing end for Shimron Hetmeyer. 9 he goes for, 35 for 2.
Now this is Radica Trading, you know that? And them have everything to cover anything. Radica Trading have the best fabric designs for your upholstery needs, yeah? So furniture, car, boat, tent, even material for school bags.
This will look really nice on my couch, boy.
They even making pillow too.
Sprang.
Oui?
Oh shucks, I forget the money.
Serious?
They could pay for it for me.
Me and my big mouth boy, I want a Radica get thing to cover mouth yet.
Radica Trading, 4 locations nationwide.
Nicholas Pooran as classy as ever in his last innings. An even unbeaten century. Led the Warriors to victory against the Patriots, his first T20 century. Hetmeyer was nowhere close to this one. He was playing across the line and paid the price for it.
Really good delivery. Classical leg spinner's dismissal of the left-handed batsman. Well pitched, forced, Hetmyer on the front foot. And then a through bat and pad. And Nicholas Pooran. Supreme effort in the last match. 145 deliveries, 10 sixes. And when you take into account just a few years ago in 2015, he was in a serious car accident. There were doubts as to whether or not he would walk, far less play cricket. In 2020, this is what he was able to produce against the St. Kitts and Nevis Patriots. Absolute brute force, timing, placement, showed his prowess on both sides of the wicket against fast bowlers, spin bowlers. Anything they threw up at him, he was able to counter. And it speaks to the character and the quality of this young man, what he has been able to do since that car accident. So for all you young boys and girls out there, keep that belief.
3 hero maximums. Pooran struck to get to that century, the third fastest hero CPL century. Just igniting his hero CPL 2020 tournament. First couple matches didn't get off as he would have expected. He had that half century against the Zooks. Now the peel might have been outside the line of the off stump. Successful over for Hayden Walsh Jr. It's 36 for 2.
I decided that I would try it once. For some strange reason, it started to work. Because every time I run on hard surface, my left knee as well tends to pain the next day. Yeah. So I tried it and some miracle it worked.
So I'm gonna put you on the spot right now. Is it your mind or does the product work?
Well, I've been running on the road every day now and I have no pain in my joints. So it's definitely the product.
So the product works?
Definitely.
Warriors in control of this run chase, only conceding 2 wickets for now. .57 required from 78. Rashid Khan switching ends. Just 1 wicket for him so far.
He has to use his trump cards in order to get back in this contest. Jason Holder. Rashid Khan certainly is the number 1. The premier option in getting wickets for the Barbados Tridents. Bosley type run up, quick arm action from Rashid Khan.
Doesn't allow you a lot of time to play his deliveries. Rashid Khan gets on to you as you wouldn't expect. He's a zippy type bowler, extracts a turn off the surface. He's accurate with his lengths. Good support by Hayden Walsh Jr. Surely saved his team a couple of runs.
He uses his finger quite a lot, Rashid Khan, even though he's a wrist spinner. So he's unique in that regard. Just look at the way he grips this ball and the release. So it's a lot of fingers involved, which makes it a little bit more difficult to play. This one is cut away backward of point. And with pace on, will challenge the boundary. Hayden Walsh Jr. just pulls it back in. But because of the quick nature of his action and he's quick through the air, it doesn't give you enough time as a batsman to pick. And if you're not picking in this format, you're going to be in trouble. Hence the reason he's so successful.
right-hander, Brandon King. Keeps it out. Survives. Not as fluent as he would want. King 16 from 24. 8 overs gone, 39 for 2.
My one and only, tastes so good to me. Yes, we love cheesies. Cheesies, cheesies, give me please. Nobody does it like these. Cheesies, cheesies, give me some. Cheesies taste is number one. Only Sunshine's got it. Got the cheese you love. With the taste that's so real. We love cheesies.
Sunshine Snacks Cheesy. It's that good.
Tridents, they struggle with the bat. They were bowled out for 92. Never looked like they will get anywhere close to that. They were tottering at one stage, longing for survival in their innings. And Samit Santner, who scored 36 from 27. Got to 92. Warriors in return. 39 for 2 at the moment.
Yeah, that's it. It's a comfortable looking camp. They would be very pleased with their effort so far in what is meant to be an important contest in the context of the Hero CPL. The Barbados Tridents needed a victory to stay in the hunt. The Amazon Warriors, well, they too are in pursuit of that top 4 position. Of course, the Trinbago Knight Riders and the St. Lucia Zooks have already qualified for the semi-finals.
With wicket open, there's a short fine leg. Uses the space, Brandon King. Important that he's still there. Hasn't allowed that slide to happen. Something that the Tridents would desperately need if they are to defend this score. Nicholas Pooran, the vice captain, wouldn't want to leave it up to anyone else in this Warriors batting lineup. He is the in-form batsman.
There have been some calls for Nicholas Pooran to bat in this position. In the last game, he was given that opportunity at number 4. This game as well. Certainly very talented. Shows the maturity now that you would expect from someone.
Across the line, lucky for Brandon King. Would have been an inside edge that allowed him to turn the strike over.
Yeah, across the line of that one.
By signal by the umpire, so no bat involved.
Just to get back to Nicholas Pooran and the maturity and the development that he's shown with all the experience that he's had now in the IPL at international level.
His exposure. I talk about his experience and outing with the West Indies in the recent 50-over World Cup when he scored that fine century. Just showed his class with the bat, and he's taken that innings to better things.
And he's worked a lot on his fitness as well. At the end of 9 overs, 44 for 2.
Attention all bakers, doubles vendors and roti makers. Try our high quality unbleached bromate free all-purpose and baker's flour. Low price and conveniently packaged in 2 pounds, 2 kg, 10 kg and 25 kg bags. For wholesale and retail prices, contact Shiklisha Limited 665-3336 or visit us at Warrenville, Canoopia. Shiklisha Limited, quality you can trust.
Still 49 needed from 66 balls.
Warriors wouldn't want to get further into this batting lineup in this run chase. Required rate 4.4. Reasonable if you're a batting team and chasing a target score. Well placed, Ashley Nurse with his off spins. Pooran using the turn, the pace, finding the gap for a couple. He's faced 11 deliveries so far. Just have a look at how he sets his innings up. Hasn't taken any expansive amount of risks in his innings. Laying a good foundation. The basics of batting applies.
And this is a lesson for all batsmen out there in terms of setting your innings up and organizing the way you want to go about batting. You might not get off in this innings, but just the mindset and the thought process behind it, admirable, and certainly something you'd want to emulate as a batsman.
Timeout in the middle also allows you to assess the opposition bowlers. Many times coaches talk about thinking on your feet. It's just that. Firmly struck in the gap and will get 4. Brandon King, as convincing as ever, brings up the 50 for the Warriors.
Yeah, picked his gap here. Hit it way in front of square. There was a fielder position in the deep, but he got it way in front. And enough power behind it to get to the boundary. So he too is finding his way, Brandon King.
The other good thing about the situation is quite a number of balls, more balls than runs, so it gives both batsmen the latitude to get themselves in a little bit more, have a look, not force the situation. Works it away, just takes 1. 8 from the over. As we come to the Angostura LLB drinks break, it's 52 for 2.
The LLB bubbles is what we see. The CPL is what's moving we. This is the time we come alive. Feel it cool and let me drive. LLB, game on. Every year we go within strong. Game on. This feeling can't be wrong. Game on. Passion for the cricket. Stay refreshed with LLB. Bubble and game it. Stay refreshed with LLB. And let's grow lemon, lime and bitters. The official refreshment partner of CPL T20.
In the world of natural gas, Trinidad and Tobago enjoys an enviable reputation. This is not by chance. For over 3 decades, one company has led the way in shaping the country's unique energy sector and facilitating its growth. The National Gas Company of Trinidad and Tobago, NGC. NGC is a diversified energy company playing a key role in the development of Trinidad and Tobago's energy policy and increasingly sophisticated energy economy.
We're out to get it with Lucas and day and night. Yeah, we're on this. I know you want this. Come on and taste the energy. Day and night, if you
with you. Digicel.
52 for 2. The Amazon Warriors in pursuit of 93 to win. Another 41 required. Of course, Catch a Carib. Fans can't be at the stadiums this year, but you can submit your videos using Catch a Carib and win prizes. Today's winner is Janelle Weeks. Multitasking very well. 22 to Brandon King, Nicholas Pooran on 10. And what you want to do if you're the Amazon Warriors is just to finish things off. With 41 from 60, the batsmen at the crease, yes, you're thinking net run rate. But for your own confidence, if you're King, who struggled, and Pooran, who's recently gotten back to his best form, finish the game. Don't leave it for anyone else to do. That is a rasping pull shot from Brandon King.
Well, some timing is coming back. He has struggled to find the middle of the bat throughout this innings, throughout this Hero CPL. But slowly, it's coming together for him and for the Warriors. So important at the top of the order that Brandon King is firing. So I agree with you, Ian Bishop, just that time in the middle now is just going to be crucial.
There has been some bounce in this surface, but Omar Khan there, the manager of the Amazon Warriors, Kisundak Magran, extreme right, would be happy for a little run out. He didn't have a lot to do with an over. For Justin Graves, who didn't fire today for the Tridents, he'll be hoping to do better. Fastest deliveries today led by Romario Shepherd. And again, I like the little bit I saw from Romario Shepherd here tonight. I spoke about it last game. His death bowling, bar one delivery, was good. I like the death bowling potential of Romario Shepherd. Low arm, the Yorkers, continues to be a really good sign.
We've seen over the years a lot of fast bowlers operating in the death and intentionally just dropping their arm to try to get that Yorker in and also create that little bit of tail into the right-hander or away from the left-hander. Probably the most famous of them all is Waqar Younis. And the way he did it for Pakistan for many years, he was deadly. That'll be called wide. Just a little bit too short. And it's interesting watching Waqar Younis bowl with a new ball. He'd have a slightly higher arm action, but as soon as he came towards the end of the innings, it was quite obvious that the difference in his arm position, and you would have played against Waqar quite a lot yourself. In any other bowlers you can think of? Obviously Malinga is low all the time. Is there any others you can think of that effectively use that round arm action?
Danny Morrison would lay claim to it. Time and again he's done. No, I'm serious. He lays claim to it. He did. Honestly.
I know you're serious. I'm just laughing at the Danny Morrison call, that's all.
Well, he's there jumping up and down the back of the box, reminding me that he did used to drop his arm. I think Bolt and Salvi, for example, I think there have been times when Tim Southey, and sometimes I think last IPL Trent Bull tried to do it a little bit as well.
Well, Danny's just calling at the back of the box. He's saying it's called YouTube. Just YouTube him, have a look.
After his exploits with Rothman Powell this morning, I think he should remain a lot quieter and conspicuous by his absence. Nice pull shot from Pooran. Controls it well for 162 for 2.
Combat the stress of today's busy lifestyles. Use Astamin Fort for all-round good health and balance. Astamin Fort contains power nutrients for that extra energy and vitality, 8 essential amino acids and vitamins. Use Astamin Fort to boost energy, build stamina and strength, improve performance, relieve tiredness and stress, and improve memory and concentration. Astamin Fort is excellent.
Danny Morrison. Remember catch a carrot from last year?
Has a party, you better believe it. Catch a carrot, Kingman. Oh, what a diamond.
And he's got one in his left hand as well.
No, it's all over.
How is it? Ashley Nurse into the attack, thank goodness.
That was one of the most remarkable catches you'd ever see, because he did not spill a drop of his carrot until he got tackled. Just check this out. No problem. 2 drinks. Hasn't spilled a drop.
In CPL this year, and we can't praise the spectators who patronize this tournament enough for the atmosphere that they bring. Folks like these, gentlemen like these, make CPL or help to make it what it is and what it has been. You can see in the footwork of Brandon King. 66 for 2.
No, this is Radical Trading, you understand? And them have everything to cover anything. Radical Trading have the best fabric designs for your upholstery needs, yeah? So furniture, car, boat, tent, even material for school bags.
This will look really nice on my couch, boy.
They even making pillow too.
Frank.
Oui?
Oh, shucks, I forget the money.
Serious?
They could pay for it for me.
Me and my big mouth boy, I want a Radical get thing to cover mouth yet.
Radical Trading, 4 locations nationwide.
Should be easy sailing for the Amazon Warriors. Wide signal. Tom, as a coach, how would you rally the troops of the Tridents? What would you say to them tonight, tomorrow morning, to rally them to finish the next 2 games. Nice shot.
You're beautifully struck. Look, I think it's something that's got to come from them. I think I'd create a forum where there was open discussion, so people had a chance to express themselves, to really buy into what they feel is important in those closing games. There's no point in me sort of dictating or a coach dictating that. I think it gets to a point where there's personal pride and there's team pride that comes into play, and that's got to come from within. So you create that environment where people can express themselves, get the frustration off their chest, and look for a pathway forward.
They've got players like Johnson Charles, Kyle Mears, who have performed. Jason Holder, a couple of games where he's picked up early wickets, and he scored runs early too. So you don't just lose that ability in such a short space of time. It's still there somewhere. It's hidden. It's dormant at the moment. Walsh, 3 wickets last game. Rashid Khan, a world-class performer. So can we synergize for 2 games? That's all we're looking at. 2 games, synergy. Think positively. We have nothing to lose. It's the way that Pooran, though, is playing some of these drives. Even when he scored 100, that's just a touch loose early up.
Well, it's a different surface, isn't it? It's a very different surface. So from a batting perspective, you need to give it a little bit of time to respect that, just to get your rhythm. $13 gone, it's 72 for 2.
It's easy to feel on top of your game. Well, a solid team helps support you. That's why the experts at Jameson make products for immune support made with pure ingredients. We'd say it's a winning lineup. Stay strong with Jameson.
Shea Hope's been struggling, but Holder has had a couple of good games early in the tournament. Johnson Charles has been good throughout, as well as Kyle Mears. The name that you're not seeing on there is Mitch Santner. So I think with Mears, Johnson Charles, Jason Holder still has the ability to return to his best. And Mitch Santner. Those are guys I'd be looking to lead in the next couple of games. Who's going to do the bulk of the bowling for me? Rashid, obviously we've talked about him. Jason Holder, shown patches. Santner's been steady. So there is enough there to be better than what we've seen.
The left arm of Roman Reefer, 38 wickets in his 40 matches. Reasonably expensive in the mid-8s in economy, but you've got to bear in mind that he does bowl at the back end of the innings as well, so he's under pressure there. This pair have made it to 38 in partnership, just off the 42 balls, and they've been able to cruise because of the modest total they're chasing down. That has struck him straight through. And I think you'll see the umpires coming together and a member of the Warriors medical staff coming out just to make sure that Nicholas Pooran is okay. It appeared that he actually got through that a little bit too early.
It's one area of his game that he's worked assiduously on, particularly during the World Cup last year. He spent a lot of time looking to play the short ball better. I don't think he always gets into a balanced enough position to be able to control it when it's about head high. So that is still a work in progress. But the Amazon Warriors are starting to roll. And it's a wonderful country, South American mainland, the Kaitia Falls. You can go through and into the interior land, the inlands, where there's a lot of gold mining. There's a lot of farming, agricultural produce. Ecotourism is a big thing there. There's that loose drive again, because I feel that the bat is quite often away from the body until he gets into flow. There's a Guyana, and I hope you do.
Nicholas Pooran played so beautifully only a couple of days ago at Queen's Park Oval. It was a remarkable 100, really, on a surface that every team over that week struggled to really come to terms with, but he just played at a different level, and it's nearly like he's come to today's match 100 not out. He's pulled this one away, but he's picked out the wide mid-on. And it's just a good lesson that regardless of how well you batted the previous day or the previous week, every opportunity out the middle is a new opportunity, a new challenge, because the conditions and the opposition are different. And you do have to respect that. Just give yourself that little bit of time. And I'm not talking a long period of time, but it may be a half a dozen balls, 6 or 7 balls, just to get a feel for the conditions and just build that momentum and that confidence back up again so you can launch again.
Mercy me. Mercy me. I'm sure that was taken off of middle stump, 78 for 2.
At Tile Warehouse, we have it all. And now, so can you. Choose from our unlimited variety of tiles, from ceramic to glass. Transform your space with our LVT flooring options. Outfit your bathroom with our quality vanities and fixtures. Or find your perfect match at our PPG paint section. Shop at Tile Warehouse and have it all.
That last shot was phenomenal, because I think Reefer threw his arms in the air momentarily. I held my head as well. That was amazing from Bandon King.
Santner Got his first 2 overs in the power play. Very effective. Didn't take a wicket, but created a few problems both on the inside and outside edge, particularly with that arm ball. A lot of players aren't picking.
Single taken, but he lost his shape there again, Pooran, I think.
Throwing everything at that. He was trying to beat mid off to the right.
I'd say to him in that shot though, Tom, is that mid-off is obviously by its very name mid-off. It's not the long off. So I think you keep your shape, he's strong enough, and he can just stroke it or time it over mid-off by holding a good steady base. He doesn't have to try to overhit it.
Yeah, just to pick up on that point, and that's what I'm referring to in that he's still in the game mode of 2 days ago, where he was swinging that hard and everything was finding the middle of the bat and disappearing out of the ground. Hit 10 sixes in that innings. So he hasn't started from first gear, he's come straight in at 5th gear in this contest, where he just hasn't quite got the rhythm and the pace of this surface.
This is the way Brandon King played last year. Silkiness about his touch. What have we got lined up for you tomorrow? Ooh, TKR here again against the Patriots. That is something to see. Match 23 at 10 a.m. local time. Then the Zooks. An oiled machine battling against the odds, against these Warriors. That is another great contest, potentially.
TKR have been dominant, 7 from 7, sailing ahead. Zook's also been very, very good, so they're in some terrific form. Patriots sitting right at the bottom, with the Tridents aren't too far behind, so they'd desperately like to get their campaign back up and running.
$84 for 2.
My one and only, tastes so good to me. Yes, we love cheesies. Cheesies, cheesies, give me please. Nobody does it like this. Cheesies, cheesies, give me some. Cheesies taste is #1. Only Sunshine's got it. Got the cheese you love. With the taste that's so real. We love cheesies.
Sunshine Snacks Cheesy. It's that good.
Final rights. Under double figures to get here in match 22. Oh, that is sweet. Bowlers chopping and changing ends. G'day, DG. Look at it, Ernie. What a ripper. Wasn't a flipper, that's right. This one's gone off the straight. Nicely.
Nicely pitched and spun away. Rashid Khan, consummate professional, still very focused on finishing his quota of 4 overs.
The Google. Maybe too much, says umpire Basarath. I mean, too much, the Google.
But Rashid Khan was convinced. Pitch just outside the line of the off stump. And maybe in the umpire's mind doing too much, going down. was the wrong one.
King. He gets width this time and drills it. Yeah. Half-century stand with these two.
Very responsible. If you're looking on, Nicholas Pooran carries leadership responsibility in this Warriors team. And he's settled any sort of crisis that would have arisen from the 2 wickets lost early.
Oh, is that?
Spoke about the Tridents not taking responsibility. Contrasting response from these two.
Rash go. Oh. Drills it. Full sewing machine legs on there, didn't he? Oh, Gus Logie. Those little legs. Racing. What's this?
Gives it his all, Rashid Khan. Yeah, frustration as well.
Google. Oh, is it? Oh, would have been brilliant from Hayden Walsh Jr. Pops out, 16 done, 87 for 2 here.
Boost your defense with Vitabiotics Immunase Extra with an optimum formula for a healthy immune system. Ultra Vitamin C provides slow-release vitamin C, a game-winning partnership. Available at pharmacies nationwide.
Very unlike Hayden Walsh Jr. Was struck firmly, he had to dive forward.
Great effort from Walsh Jr. to even get there. Always dipping on him. Is it real time?
Maybe on impact with the ground, that ball just popping out, very unlike his standard as a fielder.
Yeah, always hustling. You've got to be in the game, you've got to be mindful of what's going on. 1,000 T20 runs for Brandon King. Well done, Chief. One shot to finish it here for the Warriors. Thinking it too and should get it easy, given it's Nicholas Pooran. 50 for Brandon King. 5th half century with 100 to his name.
He's worked hard for this one. Hasn't been in the best of form. We've spoken about it. He's dug deep, hung in there, wasn't as fluent at the start. And he's there at the end, trying to finish things off for the Warriors. Gets it through. Scores leveled. So the Warriors on the cusp of yet another win.
Pictures tell the story. Tough campaign for the Tridents in 2020. That'll do it. Yeah, through. These two youngsters have done the job for the Warriors. So fist pumps and congrats all round for Nicholas Pooran and Brandon King here.
A match-winning partnership between these two, King and Pooran. 58 of 63 unbeaten. They've gotten the better of the Barbados Tridents, and quite rightfully so. The Warriors showing that they are the better team on the night. Firstly, when they bowled, they were exceptional in their discipline, their all-cricket, their fielding, and now with their batting. A little bit of a blemish at the start, losing 2 wickets, but Pooran and this man, King, ensuring that no one else had to play a part with the bat.
And Naveen simply superb with ball in hand. 4 for 14 in 4 overs. It really was his early evening in that first innings. 92 all out on the stroke of 20 overs. Job done here in match 22 for the Warriors. Barbados won the toss. They wanted to go up front and bat first. And an absolute horror show of it. One stage, we're 8 down for 27. Thought it was going to be a record beaten of the lowest ever score in CPL was 52. We thought that was going to be shattered here tonight. As it is and was. They got to 92, and in reply, the Warriors, courtesy of Brandon King, 51 not out from 49, and he had a nice little ally there in Nicholas Pooran, who took his time, got 18 in a nice little red inker for him. 93 for 2 and 16.4 with a dozen extras. .58, the standout partnership to get the Warriors up comfortably indeed. With 3.2 overs to spare. Needed wickets up front. No, wasn't to be. They really did need Holder and Santa to rip through early on. Instead it was just Rashid and Walsh Jr., the wrist spinners, to get a wicket apiece. 92, staggering. Lucky to get over 50 really as a team total from Naveen, Sinclair, Green and Shepherd. Bowled well. And in reply, the Warriors got to 93 for 2 and 16.4, coasting to an 8-wicket victory. The Digicel highlights bundle with the reply from the Warriors, trying to track down 93. He's slightly off on this true surface. You will go for runs. Sinclair couldn't get going. The youngster given the opportunity to open again. Yeah. RK on fire. Very lucky Hetmeyer. An old French cut to get things going. And Brandon King, they started to find the groove a little. But not so Sharon Hetmeyer. Knocked over by Walsh Jr. and didn't he like that? Width. And he hung in. He really did need an innings like this where he hung in there. It was tough going for him in between a couple of nice strokes. But he really did have to fight through and produce some strokes like this. Almost from Walsh Jr. No one else would have got there. And all very comfortable in the end. The half century posted by King. And the Warriors only 2 down to get this total required to take out match 22. Yeah, it was a grind, but did well. And the winning run, all very, very easy for the Warriors.